Hi, I'm Bruce Harvey, owner of ProComp Custom, and we're from Pittsburgh, PA. We've been working on this 50 Merc for about 4 years now, and we're excited to be here in Detroit going for the Ridler. This engine in here is a Coyote. We went and smoothed the block out, and we had custom valve covers made with Mercury emblems on them. It's got Borla electronic fuel injection. The whole front of the motor is polished because it's got aluminum heads, you know, all the pulleys are polished. And then the surrounding is all the inner wheel wells and stuff are all hand built. And you can see they're all custom painted, you know, that match the firewall. If you look at the hood, we actually brought up the hood about 1.5 inches and put a little reveal molding on the front. When you get to the front of the car, these are actually Mercedes headlights that were grafted in to try to give it a little more modern touch. And we hand formed the grille. It's all hand fabricated. And we actually got a chrome bottom spoiler that we attached to the bottom. Okay, well, as you come back on the side of the car, I didn't mention about the custom hinges. Those are really cool. You know, it's all power. It goes up and down. But we try to keep the traditional lines of the Merc, you know, but we incorporated a graphic that will go with it to give it kind of a modern touch. And then you can see the roof line of the car. We gave it a 5-inch chop and then angled the post forward. You know, when you chop the top, you definitely got to bring the post forward because otherwise that back side window starts looking small. Okay, well, we'll open this door and maybe take a look at the interior. And you can see that everything's custom in here. If we start with the dash, normally the gauges are in front of the steering wheel, but we brought everything to the center and then pulled it out with a nice visor on it. And then the dash actually flows down into a console that flows through the car and goes up over the rear seats. Okay, well, we did try to update the emblems from the original Mercury to a newer style. You know, we put the emblems in the center caps, and we also have the emblem in the back seat, in the interior, on the steering wheel, and there's another one in the trunk, so it all kind of flowed and like scattered through the car. When you're building a show car like this, the judges like to see all matching bolts, and we got all 12-point bolts in the car, and we also made our stands look like a 12-point bolt. We started out with an Art Morrison chassis, and we made it all smooth, and what we did is we took the exhaust and sent it through the middle with sleeves and everything, so it's solid mounted through the frame and sweeps back. And we got a all polished quick change rear end with all chrome drive shaft, and the 4-link is all custom. We actually polished the block and polished the transmission. And then what we did is we made panels on both sides that go float all the way around the hand-built gas tank that are actually flush with the bottom of the rocker. We made sure that nothing was hanging over the edge. Everything is kind of countersunk. Okay, you can see on the back quarter here we had the exhaust coming through about that tall, and you have to have the exhaust up in the quarter because this thing slams to the ground, you know, but it's got a neat effect. We angle it on a 45, and if you sweep around here you can see the tail lights. We hand built the tail lights, and actually when you turn them on, the tail light itself is sunken in about 3-4 inches. You know, it's hard to see until you put them on. And then if you look inside the trunk, you can see the emblem and the storage bag that kind of matches, and 2 compartments on the sides, which is really cool. And then the back bumper, if you notice, the front and back bumper, they're molded to the car. So they kind of flow around the car instead of being chrome and standing out. And we sunk the middle in to kind of look like a diffuser. So with this 50 Merc, we are trying to win the Ridler, and depending on if we win the Ridler or not, depends on which shows we hit. But we definitely want to hit all the indoor shows in the next year. And then once we're done with all the indoor shows through the country, then we'll take it outside and do the outdoor shows like Good Guys and stuff like that. And then when we think we're done with the Good Guys show, then we're going to start driving it.